And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Online, right?
Burrow's going to look to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here we go. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 66 yards. And the Bengals are able to move back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge jump play to regain that lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Rush to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 2nd and 10, Rush into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They stopped the hold in there.
Mixon, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. basket. This is caught out in the right flank. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Open man is Noah Brown. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Inside give to Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 9. Rush. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 55 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Marr now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here,
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Room to run at the 50, the 30, 10, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the bullet that hurts the most, the one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Back to throw, Rush. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 2. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
They'll set up the screen here to mix it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
McPherson's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First down, here's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here we go. 2nd and 8. 11. Now Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw is Rush. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
On 1, ready?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. Call it a a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
101 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing here, rush. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They'll try and throw for it. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Rush. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback when there's extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership.
He's got a man, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. Burrow. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now one final throw incomplete, and time will run out here in the fourth quarter, and we are going to overtime. So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
On one, right?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously... And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, To watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. Oh, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So, CD, both teams have had it here in overtime, and both have thrown an interception.
And now this offense perfectly set up for a second chance opportunity. Already in field goal range. Don't do anything crazy here. Just set it up and let your kicker win the game.
On second down, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, he needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Fielded right around the 8. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gotta go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Tua going to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And he'll be brought down at the 27. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bengals drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 36 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And Wilson with it, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Play action. Now it's Tua. It's a slant to Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. And a completion to Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. Touchdown. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes it at the 7. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now Burrow on first down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Now Burrow loses the football. They're the Dolphins. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Deontay Hardy. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that, not necessarily the guys.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down, they'll start with Algier. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards. More than that, second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Mariota's thrown into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 54 yards. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Avery Williams on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Mariota. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Mariota. Going for the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable. And oftentimes, offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense plan for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
Fourth down, Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing is Mariota. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A 7-yard pickup.
Again, it's Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota. That's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
10 more yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10.
First down, Mariota. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down at 4. They'll throw again. Mariota. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Mariota. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To try again after the sack. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
And an Eagle first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they
touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Eagles 14, Falcons 7.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half.
You think getting down after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the gift wrap. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play kind of came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They head to the line, facing a 3rd and 7, following the incompletion on second down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there, because there is no chance that he was a primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you're sure that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They're going Connecting quickly with Goddard.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. A turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Mariota now to throw on first down.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Mariota now. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Cool knocks this one through the post.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
In a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
The 20. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Caught on a slant. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Eagles 21, Falcons 17. Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mariota. It's caught. Smith. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This
game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
That's my kind of game. You know that.
Right.
Anytime we have a
Right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Handing it off, right side, Algier. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Algier. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
He turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there. Without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On
on second down to run with Patterson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Sanders on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This one taken just inside the 10. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
To kick off for Los Angeles.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on second and 13. Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So defensively, just got the hand up too high, and that adds even more yardage to what was already an impressive run.
And as a defender, you're doing what you normally do on any play, just grabbing at anything, trying to get him down. But when you're downfield, you're a little more exposed. They'll get you every time when they see it.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Akers again. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in for a yard out. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they?
The Rams will line up for the two-point conversion.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14 to nothing. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Complete to Darnell Mooney. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bears first down.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. 7 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run on first down with Akers. He'll get this to about the 38. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going right back to Akers. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Akers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Out of the gun, Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 53 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. The Florida Atlantic man Greg Joseph ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Oh, ball batted It's intercepted.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
At their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where
he's got a man complete. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, 79 yards.
And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon.
That was a nice little setup there on play action for the long touchdown pass.
I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern, after the play action pass, try to get it for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw past 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. That's into a crowd and intercepted. picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sidelines is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Murray giving to Conner on the draw. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Touchdown, Cardinals! Kyler Murray fighting Marquise Brown. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good, and it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. From the 10. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's personal or just offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this